Hello, I'm Aries from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for the week. So, December, we've got a huge month in December. Yeah, all kinds of astrological stuff going on. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm picking up on the same energies. It's going to be a crazy month. So, we've got a new moon in this week as well. We're starting this week off with a new moon, in fact. And so let's find out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the general read for all signs, and then I'm going to clarify it for each star sign. So you might want to check out, you're going to want to check out the general part of it, but then also check out the clarifications for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and maybe a Venus sign as well if you're interested in the, which one I want? Oh, I'll keep on going. If you're interested in your love life part of, can't speak. And I can't shuffle apparently, but let's get the cards out for the general. There's going to be timestamps in this as well once we get to the clarifications for each star sign as well. So you can fast forward to those star signs that you're interested in. You can also cross watch as well for your loved ones. It might make what's happening with them and how they're affecting you make more sense as well. So, right, so for the collective for this week, let's find out what the collective energies are. I've already done the daily reads for all of this week, and so I kind of know what's coming up for us all, but let's find out. We often get for the weekly a more general feel, and it's just kind of different kind of vibes, different kind of guidance coming out. The riches within, wow, very interesting. Okay, the riches within. And so this is about the resources that we've got inside of ourselves, right? Abundance, it seems outside of ourselves, but how do we get abundance? We share the riches that we have within. We share our gifts, our talents, our time, all of that energy that we've got inside of ourselves. We share those riches, the resources that we've got within. The better we get at doing that, the more we can, the more people we can serve with that, the bigger way that we can, when we develop ourselves and we can do it in a bigger way, then we get even more abundance back from it. It's just natural. It's like the resources that we've got. If we're sharing it with more people in the world, of course, we get more abundance back. So we seem to have a week about abundance, finding that richness within and sharing it out. So we could be making great strides toward our life purpose, toward finding those riches within, finding what those strengths are, those gifts that we have, sharing them in a bigger way. There could be leaps and bounds in abundance this week as well. You might be, check out my new moon reading. I've done a pick a card reading for the new moon. There could be something in that because a lot of those are about abundance as well, and about a new start, a fresh start with that, and how our abundance might be changing and how you can open up into that as well. So check that one out. But let's get some tarot out. What's going on for everyone? Kind of bored, waiting for something to happen. It's like you're waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for the universe to do something, waiting for just something to happen in our lives. Maybe you think that you've made all the effort that you can. And I feel like it's fine-tuning this week and changing our vibration, opening up into something, maybe letting go, surrender, that kind of thing. That inner work this week to allow these things to happen, because it's never the universe holding back on us. We're always waiting for ourselves. But we can think it's someone else or something else or the universe that we're waiting for. It's like, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Then we've got the King of Swords come out, and then we've got the Queen of Swords come out. So a very relationship vibe about this. These two are empowered. Oh, they've got their backs to each other. Well, she's got her back to him anyway. She's bored. Look at them all. Oh, another one wants to come out. The Devil. Oh, great. Look at them. Look at these. Oh, I can't stop dropping them. Hang on. Look at these three. Look how, they're all sat there like, bored, I'm waiting for something. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they're very empowered. And then you've got the Devil saying, come here, come here. Do we really want to go in the direction of the Devil? Not really. No matter how bored we get, we don't want to go in the direction of the Devil. It could be the only thing that's happening now. It might seem like the only thing that's happening. Do you know what I mean? When we're waiting for something, like we're waiting for our abundance to happen, we're waiting for that partner to come in, nothing seems to be moving, we're waiting for that success. The only thing that seems to be moving, the only thing that seems to be in the flow is this one. This one saying, I'm moving, I've got things happening, come this way, into negativity, into drama, into addictions, whatever it is. So yeah, watch out for that. Right, why the Four of Cups here? Why the Four of Cups? Why this despondency? Nine of Voices. Ooh, yeah, it's like a tricky situation. It doesn't seem to be happening. Nine of Voices is the Nine of Swords. It's not a good card. It's almost like a heartbreaking situation. I'm going to have to give up on this. It's nightmares. It's the stuff of nightmares. It's boredom and it's nightmares. Or waking up from this. Waking up from this nightmare. I get it now. Okay. Of course, I'm going to get clarity on each of these tarot columns here for each star sign of what this is for each star sign. But what I'm picking up from this Four of Cups and this Nine of Voices, the universe doesn't want you to go full throttle forward when you are not in alignment, when you're not feeling good about yourself, when you're in addictions and stuff like that. It just doesn't want you to go full throttle forward because you're not pointing in the right direction. It's going to be a car crash, right? And so you're coming out of this nightmare of hindering yourself or being facing the wrong direction or thoughts working against you, whatever it is, or feeling bad about yourself. You're being woken up out of this nightmare so that you don't need to wait anymore, right? You've got to be pointed in the right direction before you put your foot down on the accelerator pedal. You don't want to put your foot down on the gas when you are pointed in the wrong direction. You're going to crash, right? That's what I'm getting from that. So we are kind of waking up from that nightmare so that we can get pointed in the right direction so that we don't have to be waiting anymore. So it seems to be the end of a waiting game this week. Hopefully, if we put the inner work in. Some people aren't going to get out of it. Some people aren't doing the inner work. But are those people watching my YouTube channel? Probably not. Where's this King of Swords here? We've got divine counterparts. King of Swords and the High Priestess. Let me see what the Queen of Swords is, because that's the feminine side of it. The Nine of Inspiration. The Queen of Swords striding forward toward what she wants. The King of Swords stepping into his intuition. Intuitive side. So the King of Swords is all about his mind. He figures things out. It's that very masculine kind of, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to find out what to do. I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to do it. It's very intellectual. I'm using my mind to sort this out. But there he is integrating his intuition into it as well. The King of Swords. So that's what the masculine is doing. What's the Queen of Swords doing? Well, the Queen of Swords is that she's empowering herself. She's setting good boundaries for herself. She's saying no to all that bullshit over there. No to the drama. She's saying no to this one. Look at her looking right at the devil there. She's like, I know you're gay. I'm not saying yes to you. She's striding forward with this passion, creativity. This is like the Queen of Wands energy almost. Striding forward toward what it is that she wants. She's got everything inside of herself. She knows what she's doing. She's striding toward it. That's really good energy. So that's the feminine and the masculine. It doesn't mean that all women are doing this and all men are doing that. It means that the masculine within all of us is doing that, integrating our intuition into our mind, getting that balance right, so we can take good action. Not just based on our ego, right? There's two aspects of our mind. We've got the intuitive mind. We've also got the ego mind, the part that tries to protect us. One isn't better than the other. We need to use them both. There's nothing wrong with the ego. It does protect us. If we didn't have an ego, put it this way, have you ever had a relationship with a narcissist or an abuser or anything like that? If we didn't have an ego, we would continually get into those. We need an ego. We need a healthy ego. But we want to get the balance right. We want to have the intuition too, because when we take intuitive action, not just action based on fear or protecting ourselves, when we take intuitive action, it pushes us beyond. That's what the masculine inside of us is doing this week. The feminine inside of us is having stronger boundaries and striding forward toward what we want, knowing that we've got it all inside of ourselves. We've got all those resources inside of ourselves to get what it is that we want, to walk down that path. See? This is the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Inspiration. What did I say? The Nine of Inspiration now, the Queen of Inspiration right beside with the Devil. She knows what she wants and she's going to move toward it, right? The Devil. What does the Devil want to offer the Queen of Inspiration? He wants to say, do you want the shortcut? I'll give you the shortcut. She's like, no, I've got it all within me. I'm passionate about it. I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to get where I want to go. The devil's like, yeah, but do you want that silver bullet? Do you want the shortcut? Do you want instant success? Do you want to sit back and not do that work instead? Do you want the easy way out? Do you want to just come and party with me instead? The devil's offering all kinds of distractions to the Queen of Wands here. So it's almost like we're getting direction or letting go of the past, of what's been holding us back. There are going to be temptations. There's always going to be temptations. The devil's always there within all of us. There's going to be the temptations there just to say, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm going to be lazy instead. I'm just going to do nothing or whatever. But really, we want to be passionate forward toward our goals like this. Interesting. Right. So that's the tarot. I'm going to go deeper into those and clarify them for each star sign. But let's get some more out about this. Give us more on this Four of Cups and the Nine of Voices here. It's about ancient wisdom, bringing that wisdom through. So remember, the Four of Cups is about us being bored and waiting for something to change in the universe, but then realizing it's us that's got to wake up out of this nightmare that we've been in. The nightmare that we've been in, it's those stories we tell ourselves, you know. It's not working out for me. My guidance is wrong. Nothing works out for me. I'm a victim. Things aren't going to plan. I'm just making it up. This guidance isn't real. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not good enough. All of that crap that we think of, that's a nightmare that we put ourselves through. We're breaking our own hearts when we do that. And we need to get out of that. We need to sort our minds out. Be kind to ourselves. Be self-loving. That's the ancient wisdom coming through there. To be who we really are, ancient spirits that we really are, not muggles. We've all got our muggle side of ourselves, you know, the human side of ourselves. We might think, who am I kidding? I'm not some amazing being, creator being, some amazing spirit that's been here many, many lifetimes before. Who am I kidding? We've got to snap out of that, you know, and be who we really are. Let that ancient wisdom come through and stop waiting for something to happen outside of ourselves. We've got to do it within ourselves. So why is the masculine side of us here tuning into the intuition? A reunion of souls. Oh, it is about relationship. I thought so, because they're counterparts, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, but they've got their backs to each other right now. A reunion of souls, two people coming back together, divine counterparts, the king and queen together. Bringing it within ourselves first, bringing ourselves back together first, the masculine and the feminine inside of us, bringing that together first, and then then our person, our counterpart can come in. So with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Inspiration, we've got new beginnings here. So yeah, it's a relationship coming together. Wow, it's been playing out in my readings for so long now. These divine counterparts coming together, and we're being guided over and over and over again to get ourselves ready for this. And this is telling us how now. The logical side of ourselves, the masculine within ourselves, needs to bring the intuition on board now. Not just be making mind decisions, but bringing the intuition on board. The Queen of Swords needs to empower herself and get going down that path now towards what she wants. Empowering meaning drawing up boundaries, saying no, being single-minded, having a vision and going directly for it, striding forward fast toward it. I'm doing this. This is how I'm doing it. I'm going to get it. When we get that right within ourselves, we get the divine counterparts going within ourselves. We get that balance right of the masculine and the feminine. That's when our divine counterpart can come in. We can have this new beginning. So the cards say this week. So the devil and the Queen of Inspiration. The devil comes in to try and knock us off our tracks. Unlimited possibilities, because we've got unlimited possibilities. So the devil is the part of us that wants to sabotage ourselves. Yeah. And we've got forgiveness here. So the devil is inside of us. It's not an external force or anything. We've all got it within us. We've got to forgive that. So that sabotage that kicks in, wanting to knock us off our tracks when we're headed toward greatness, unlimited possibilities, when we're breaking free of those glass ceilings of love or of income, greatness, success, whatever it is. That devil is within, the saboteur, the one that stops us from seeking that, walking down that path, being that Queen of Wands and just going for it, right? Very interesting. So what's going on in our love lives? I'm going to get one of these out for the general, and then I'm going to get one of these out for each star sign when I'm clarifying too. So what's generally going on in everybody's love lives this week? Forgiving and learning. Yeah, it is a very healing week this week, and that's what I'm getting from it. Forgiving and learning, that's what we're doing in relationships. I will get one of those out for each star sign too. Let's get this out. So why this forgiving and learning? The whole universe is conspiring to bring you guys together as well, you know. Surrender to the divine. Yeah, surrender to that path. There's a path to it. There's a path to coming together. And we've got to surrender to that path. There's no fast tracks. There's no corner cutting. There's no... what the devil tries to offer us there. Oh, we don't need to take that length route. It should be perfect from the start. There shouldn't be anything to forgive and learn from in relationships. That's what the devil says. Of course there is. That's what human beings are like. We go wrong. We have to forgive each other. It's part of our growing within ourselves. We do it for ourselves. It's called self-love. Then we're loving someone else. Not because they're perfect, but because they're human being. It's called unconditional love, is what it's called. So why surrender to the divine? Humility, realizing that we're human too. Right? Surrendering. Surrendering this idea of perfection. It can never be true. Never. Let's get one of these out too. Yeah. We have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same but on different paths. And we're all flawed, and it doesn't matter. We can accept those flaws within ourselves. And we've got to know that we are enough. We've got not enough out in this. And we are enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, what did I say? Fear, ego issues, jealousy. All of this stuff is coming up to make us realize that we are human. How do we heal that? It's not by battling or trying to rid ourselves of it. It's by accepting it and saying, oh yeah, I'm human and it's okay to be human. I don't have to be perfect. Woo! And that's how we forgive and learn from it. And then we can let other people be human too. And then our relationships can flourish. That's what's going on in our love lives this week. Right, what might we be manifesting this week? Let's find out here. I've got another couple of decks that are on order as well coming in. Aliens. Well, manifesting aliens, maybe literally. Aliens are going to show themselves to us. Or it could not be literally. It could be about you realizing that you're an alien or you're a unicorn. You're very unique. You're one of a kind. You're probably a leader. You're probably more aware than everyone else. There's not many people like you. That's what I find. It's like the more you raise your vibration, the more you're self-aware. There's fewer and fewer people out there that are like us. And so you become a rarer breed, but it doesn't mean there's nobody out there and you're by yourself. You're not. There are some people. There's just not a lot of people. And so you're manifesting aliens, meaning you're manifesting your type, your unique type. All the weirdos that are just like you, your kind of people. You're manifesting those into your life. So you could be coming across fellow unicorns, fairies, whatever it is you want to call yourself. Oh, a doctor. It's not a doctor. Some of you might be going to the doctor for sure, but this is about healing yourself. You're manifesting healing of yourself this week. I told you it's all about healing. And maybe that's how we found that richness within. But once we get through this, I'm not enough. I should be perfect. I shouldn't have to forgive and learn. I should have been perfect from the start. They should be perfect. The relationship should have been perfect. All of that shitting on ourselves, we need to stop doing that and heal ourselves instead, as I said, which is, so it's love, it's self-love, it's loving us the way that we are. We're being good enough right now. Oh, pursuing your true wealth as well, person wallet. We are manifesting money. The riches within leads to the riches without, as I was saying at the start of this reading. The way to abundance is by sharing the resources that we've got inside of ourselves. The bigger way that we share it, or smarter rather than bigger way that we share it, the more we can share the resource that I have in me with even more people, then the more money we make from it. It's reciprocal. Put more energy out there, we get more energy back. It's the way it is. And so you're stepping up in that because you're tapping into those riches within this week. I like it. So we've definitely got an abundance vibe, path going on. It wasn't the word that popped into my head, but I've lost it now. So what else have we got going on? Let's find out. This week, for the collective, we're invoking self-realization. So we're realizing more about ourselves. We have to do that to heal ourselves. We're allowing ourselves to appreciate ourselves as we are, just as we are. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be bigger or better. As I said, that's not what abundance wants of us. It's not saying you have to be bigger, you have to be better. It's about tapping into that richness within and finding a way to give it out there. It doesn't mean improve it before you put it out there. It means that thing that's already within you, just put it out there. Give it to other people. Share it with other people. That's where your riches come in. So allowing ourselves to appreciate that as we are. You don't have to wait until you're perfect. But you do have to feel good about yourself in putting it out there. What else have we got going on this week for the collective? Oh, too many. What else have we got going on this week for the collective? This one. Focus. Getting that focus. And that's what I was getting from this Queen of Inspiration and the Nine of Inspiration as well. That clarity of focus from the King of Swords and the Priestess as well. That balanced focus, that just single-mindedness. I'm moving forward. I'm going to get what I want now. I'm going to do this. I'm going to reach my full potential. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to share my gifts with the world. I'm doing it now. I'm not going to let that devil inside of me hold me back anymore, sabotage me anymore. I'm not going to be lazy. Nor am I going to be too driven. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to have that balance. I'm going to seek that balance. I'm going to have a new beginning within myself, and I'm going to go for what it is that I want. To the sea, time for movement. Heading north, you know which way you're going. Your eye on the prize, that kind of thing. It's time for forward movement, you know. No wonder we're starting this week off with a new moon. A new moon with a solar eclipse. What have the fairies got to tell us this week? Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Oh, we've got a secret being revealed this week. Perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Now this is this. This is this. This. The richness within. You're hiding something. It's you that's hiding something. The hidden depths. You've got something you're not sharing with the world that you need to reveal now. You need to share with the world. You've got a gift. Maybe you've got a song inside of you. You're not sharing it with the world. Maybe you've got readings inside of you. You're not sharing it with the world. Maybe you've got all kinds of things. You need to expose it, share it with the world. That's when you're going to get abundance. You're revealing those gifts, the abundance that you've got inside of yourself. Don't hide it anymore. You might have been hiding it because of all of this stuff, not being humble, not surrendering. You're feeling like you're not enough. You're not perfect yet. You're not letting yourself be a human being. I feel like when you unleash it, when you let it out there, then everything's going to start happening for you. Then it's going to be fast forward on this path, like the Nine of Inspiration and the Queen of Inspiration. So it does feel like things are going to start speeding up. So we've been starting off with this waiting energy, but it's actually going to start speeding up if we get this, if we get what it's telling us to do. Express love through gifts. Yes, we're coming up to Christmas, aren't we? A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Gifts, sharing your gifts, not hiding it away anymore. Gifts isn't just things that you buy at shops and wrap up in paper for the end of the month. Giving them gifts are all kinds of things. The gifts that you've got in yourself, share it with people. Express that, your love, through your gifts, the gifts that you've got inside of yourself. You've been hiding away. It's time to unleash it on the world now. If you've got a gift and you've been holding it back, like you're a singer, you're a musician, you're a reader, you're a healer, whatever you've been too scared to show or too unsure of yourself, it's not perfect enough yet. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not thin enough yet. I'm not whatever enough yet. Too young, too old, too fat, too thin. All of that stuff, you've got to get through that and put your gifts out this week. Our spirit, you're going to see clearly what it is. It's going to be revealed to you, this secret. You're going to be reminded the richness that lies within you. You're going to be reminded of what that is. Maybe it's something that you used to do as a kid. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. You know, unleash it, set it free. I want to get another one of these out. And then I'm going to get some of those. Oh, whatever you call them. Unknown, whatever it is. I don't know, I can't remember. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. A great week to declutter. That could set it free. So if you're struggling to find what these gifts are, struggling to know what to do to get out of this bored waiting and need something to happen in my life energy, clear out the clutter out of your cupboards or out of your life, the clutter that's in your mind, all of the clutter. Clear it out. You'll be surprised at how it gets things moving. Fox spirit, think on your feet too. So being in the moment and thinking on your feet. Remember, we've got a lot of swords in this reading. King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. They're thinkers. They are thinkers. And the nightmare that you've been in as well is swords. The Nine of Voices, the nightmare that you've been in. It's all about your thoughts. It's the thoughts that have been terrorizing you. So, yeah, time to declutter those thoughts. Let go of them, recondo them. Okay, let's get some of these thingies out. Unknown archetypes. Right, we've got the empty room. Starting as the empty room. Things aren't happening. They're not working. I'm getting bored. Where's my abundance? Why is it not happening? All of that stuff. Then we've got the judge. That's why it's not happening, because you're judging yourself for it. You're saying, I'm not good enough. Where's my stuff? But I'm not good enough for yet. Don't let me have it, universe. I'm not good enough. And then we've got the vessel. But it's within me. I'm going to give birth to. I'm pregnant with it. It's inside of me. I know it's inside of me. I've got these gifts inside of me, and I want to find a way to share them. The temple inside of ourselves too. That us co-creating with the divine, us working with the divine on that path, finding that path to sharing these gifts, to revealing these gifts and sharing them the way to make ourselves feel better so that we can. And then Anima Mundi, this is about the manifestation. Look at all the abundance in this card, the manifestation of it, the abundance of it all, putting it out there. So it's definitely a week for unleashing our abundance, unleashing those gifts and the richness we have inside of ourselves. It's about relationship as well, but it's more about the relationship that we've got with ourselves inside of ourselves, so that then an external relationship that reflects that comes in. It's a very healing week this week for everybody. So let's get into it for each star sign. As I said, I'm going to clarify each of these 4 columns here for each star sign. And then I'm going to pull out a romance angel card and then one of these Allentown wellness cards for the romantical aspects of our lives this week. And that's it for each star sign. So let's get going. Starting with Aries. Aries, what's this 4 of Cups? What are you getting bored about? What's your nightmare? What's your current nightmare about, Aries? Talk to someone in healing. There's a relationship to heal. You want them to come forward. You want something to move forward on it. But are you willing to be the person that steps forward and says sorry, talks to them? No, you're not. You want it to happen to you. Well, it's going to come from within you. And so this is firstly about healing yourself first and getting yourself out of that nightmare. Whatever your thoughts that you're having about this relationship that you need to be healing, it says talk to someone. It could be a boss, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a lover. Whatever this relationship is that needs healing, you need to bring yourself out of this mind nightmare about it, the things that are going around and around in your head, the stories you're telling yourself, so that you can move forward on it and heal that situation. Be the instigator of it, Aries. Don't wait for it to happen to you. It's not going to. You need to instigate it. Now, the King of Swords, integrating his intuition. What's that for you, Aries? It's allowing a friend. Interesting. So it's almost like you had this intuition to bring a friend in on something. Could be a business project or a social thing. Inviting them for Christmas or something like that. It could be something like that. You want to bring a friend in on something. Your intuition is saying that, but your King of Swords, your intellect is saying there's no good reason to do that, and so discounting it because of that. Allow your friend in what your intuition has been telling you to do. Listen to your intuition, act on that. Aries, what about the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Inspiration? Having strong boundaries so that you can move forward on what path? Oh, yes. Being vulnerable and being heard. That path. Being vulnerable, telling someone your feelings. From that vulnerable space, it's talking your feelings, doing it properly, not avoiding that anymore, having boundaries, saying, no, let's not steer the conversation. Let's not let the conversation go be about the superficial again. No, we need to talk about these feeling stuff, this stuff that I'm feeling right now. I need to stay in this vulnerable place and tell you about it. If you're not being heard in that way, it's because you're not speaking it. You need to have some boundaries about that and say, no, let's not gloss over this. Let's not pretend it didn't. Let's not push those feelings down. Let's talk about it now. You have a lot of talking to do this week, Aries. What about this devil trying to knock you off track? Maybe you're saying you don't need to talk about it. No, just ignore it. Just focus on something else instead. No, it's about abundance. I was just making it up. The devil is about abundance and it's about going for it. Right, doubt. It's about doubt. The devil says, do you want a shortcut? You don't have to do that much. We don't have to work toward it. No, don't start your own business. You can just win the lotto instead. Don't do anything. The devil says, no, you don't need to find the riches within. You don't need to share it with the world. No, just wish for it. Just nah. Oh, it's all of that crap. Don't doubt abundance. The only way to abundance is by finding the riches within, what your gifts are, and sharing them with the world in a bigger way. No shortcuts here, Aries. What's going on in your love life? Apart from forgiving and learning. You got unrequited love. Oh no. Why? It's unrequited love. It's not happening quite now. I did get that. Oh, wedding ring though. You want it to be happening in a big way. What are you waiting for? You're waiting to get married, but it's all this nightmare that you're telling yourself. The thoughts, it's unrequited. It's not quite happening. They're not coming in. They're not marrying me already. So they must hate me. No. I need to get some clarity on that because they unrequited love and wedding rings. Oh. What's this about for Aries? Empower self and communication coming, of course. It's about communication. All of this has been about communication for you. You need to start communicating your feelings. You're thinking it's unrequited love. When do we do that? That's the nightmare, right? Oh, they're not coming in. They're not responding to my message straight away. They hate me. When they don't, they actually love you. You're making it unrequited when it's not. They're actually planning on getting married to you. When you empower yourself and you stop terrorizing yourself with your mind, and then you communicate yourself properly to this person, instead of backing out on that like the devil does, then that communication will come in and you'll find out that they actually love you and they want to marry you. You've been getting it wrong, telling yourself a story. It's not true. Of unrequited love. Taurus! What's this Four of Cups, Nine of Voices for you? How have you been terrorizing yourself and getting bored waiting? Touch and go for it. Oh, you're on the way. You're on the way. It's about to happen. You're on the threshold of it. And I think you feel that, Taurus. Do you feel it? It's about to happen. Go for it. Touch of it already. A taste of it already. It's just, you're right on the edge of it, Taurus. So don't terrorize yourself in that. Yes, there might be a little bit more of a wait, but you know it's coming. So just get ready for it. You're moving forward like this very soon. Whew. King of Swords, Priestess. What's this? Opening up into your intuition. Yes. Things are going to get very, very big. You feel it, don't you, Taurus? You're on the precipice of this now. You're right on the threshold. Things are about to get big. Something big is about to happen. And you've got to bring in your intuition. What has your intuition been telling you lately, Taurus? Rest? Has it been telling you to rest? Do you need to slow down? Do you need to make some space? Yes, you do. Then the expansion can come in. You've got to make space for that expansion. You're waiting on yourself to make that space. So rest up more. You feel like you're on the verge of it. You are. Listen to your intuition. It's already telling you that. You're already hearing it, is what I'm saying. Now, Queen of Swords and the Nine of Inspiration. How come she needs to have these boundaries? Why does your feminine side need to have some boundaries here so that you can move forward? Well, it's in your communication and forgiving them. So it's in your relationships here. Like I said, the Queen of Swords, King of Swords is the counterparts coming together. So you're waiting for a partner to come in to resolve something. You need to forgive them and you need to communicate properly with them from your heart. And so open up. It's like you want to stride forward into this relationship, but there's got to be that open communication first. So forgive them. It's like, well, I want to communicate, but they're blocking me at the moment. They're not communicating with me. I would communicate, right? If you're saying that, Taurus, this is saying forgive them. So your energy has got to be open. You've got to have that energetic door wide open. How do you have that door wide open? By forgiving them. They'll feel it. They feel it. Your divine counterpart feels it, right? Forgive them first. That opens the energetic door. Then they get in touch with you. Then communicate with them, right? The Devil, Queen of Inspiration. How are you holding yourself back? Getting what you want, having a good time. Okay, so you've had that intuition to rest up. That doesn't mean go out and get drunk, don't do any more work, just fall back into your old ways, having a good time. It's not saying, oh fuck it, I'm not doing anything. That's more the devil kind of energy, right? So you are going to get what you want. Kind of persist but relax, rest, healthy kind of rest, not devil kind of rest. You can have a good time, but is it really a good time? Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? Some of the devil's things aren't really a good time. It makes us feel terrible in the long term. Stay on track, Taurus. You're almost there. You are going to get what you want, and it is going to be a proper good time when it happens. What's going on in your love life, Taurus? You got healing family issues. So you're healing family issues. It is a very healing week. You're wanting a family, maybe your original family, you've got some healing to do about that. Maybe a family that you've had, maybe you were married and you've got some healing to do about that as well this week. And this divine partnership that you've got coming in that you seem to be on the edge of now, Taurus, that could be bringing up these things for you as well. Give us more on this healing family issues. The snake, I thought it was this one. It showed itself to me before. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder. The other woman. You're scared of this. Family issues. So, family issues, Taurus. Did you have a parent that cheated? And you actually took that personally. If you had a parent that cheated, I know I had a parent that cheated, and I took it personally. I took it to meaning women aren't worthy of being respected and honoured. I took it personally as a little girl. And then families, you could have had your own family, like you could have been married with a family, and then your partner cheated on you, or you could have cheated. There's a fear around this. You need to heal that. It's affecting your next relationship. It will affect your next relationship, or it's affecting your current relationship. Expecting that competition, just being scared of the enemy, scared of the tiger in the room because you're unhealed. You haven't healed that yet. It feels like cheating to me. Or fear, other fear. Fears of malicious, they're stabbing you in the back, something like that. There's something like that from your family. You need to unravel that and heal it within yourself. Remember this bit of it, Taurus, forgiving and learning, surrendering to the divine. You are good enough, humility. It's not about healing it, getting rid of it out of yourself, banishing it. It's about, oh, I'm a human being. I went through that. That was really hard. That's hurt my heart. It's given me these wounds, and now I'm like this. Accepting yourself and loving yourself like that. That's the true healing. That's what you need to do this week. That's the way out of this, being scared that they're going to cheat, being scared that they're going to stab you in the back. That's ruining your relationships. I almost wasn't going to say that word then, ruining, but I'm like, yeah, no, that's the word. Spirit said, yeah, that's the word. It's ruining your relationships, Taurus. Wow. Gemini, what's this Four of Cups, and how have you been terrorizing yourself when you think you're waiting? Oh, respect and follow my knowing. Yeah, so you're really questioning your intuition here. So you've got this inner knowing, but then you're just telling yourself it's a whole load of bullshit. I think I said that in the general bit. So the Nine of Voices, this nightmare that we're in, it can be us saying, oh, my guidance is just totally off. Like, I'm just making it up. This readings, I'm just making it up. It's not even true. What am I talking about? I can't trust my guidance. None of it comes true. That kind of a nightmare that we put ourselves through, not listening to our intuition, not trusting it. You need to respect that intuition. You do have it. Yes, you're a thinker, Gemini. You are a thinker. But intuition, as I said, intuition is part of that. We've got two parts of our mind. We've got the ego fearful mind, which is important. But don't just rely on that. That's not the extent of your mind. You've also got the intuitive mind too. Get that balance between the two. Respect your intuitive mind there. What about this King of Swords and the Priestess for you? Yeah, look at this. So the King of Swords, that's your thinking mind. You're very much Gemini here. And then your Priestess, your intuition. You've got judgment separates and new beginning here. So you can have a new beginning when you accept this. No matter whether you're a man or a woman, you've got that High Priestess inside of you, the intuitive one inside of you, the witchy one. She's a part of you. So don't judge her anymore. She's a part of you. But you're going to get a new beginning when you do that, probably in relationship. Queen of Swords, Nine of Inspiration. What's all of this about? Why do you need your boundaries there to move forward? Be still, keep quiet. Be with nature. Take a step back, Gemini. Have you been doing too much? You need to have boundaries. You need to say no to your boss. Can you work some overtime? No. I need some time for myself. I'm exhausted. Boundaries, see? See how easy it is to do. Will you give up your holidays and work through Christmas? No. I'm tired. I need a break. That's it. That's what I'm getting. You need to say, you need to be still, keep quiet, be with nature. You need to have a break. They're your boundaries that you need. Now, the devil, the Queen of Inspiration, what's stopping you from moving forward? What's your devil inside you saying? Choose to change, let go of the story. Yeah, the same old sabotage patterns, your usual one, your usual sabotage. What do you do? I drink. That's my sabotage. Each time, every time, it's my go-to sabotage. If I don't want to do something, what shall I do? Or even if something good's coming, I'll drink too much. Yay, because that's the way that I knock the wind out of my sails. How do you do it? What do you use? That story, you've got to let go of that story. I'm Gemini rising. I need to let go of that story too. But we all have it. We all have our favorite sabotage. Mine is kind of turning into overwork now. Overwork tends to be my new sabotage, my new go-to sabotage. What's yours? Let go of that story. Choose to change that. Change it for a new one. I wonder if we can have a break free of it or we'll just replace it with a new one. Overwork seemed to be a bit healthier, but now I'm looking at it, it's not really. Gemini, what's going on in your love life apart from forgiving and learning? Geminis, what's going on in my love lives this week? Let's find out. Gemini, with the messengers. If you're rising too, with the messengers, did you know that? Oh, honeymoon, Gemini. Nice. Honeymoon energies this week. It could be with a new partner or with your partner. Yes, because your boundaries are saying, I know I need a break. I'm going away with my partner. Honeymoon time, taking time off with your partner. Very nice. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Wow, maybe you stop work for the rest of the year. Engagement ring. Ooh, love there at the bottom as well. Very good cards. Wow, engagement ring. So, yeah, Gemini, honeymoon engagement ring. Really, really heartfelt, really good stuff. I like it. I wasn't expecting that for you, Gemini, but you probably are. Right, good for you. Cancer, what about you? How have you been terrorizing yourself and disguising it as waiting for something? Challenging and travel. So you're telling yourself all kinds of stories. Yeah. You know, it's all about alignment, no matter what's going on in the world. And you might think that travel is a challenge at the moment and just be focused on what you can't do. We've always got that option to be focused on what we can't do, what the restrictions are, where we can't go, what limitations we've got, what we don't need to. Like, life can always go on. So don't focus so much on the challenges, especially around travel where you can't go and all of that. That's the nightmare that you've got yourself in, the focus that you've got. Stop focusing on the restrictions. Focus on what you can do instead. And then you'll be able to move forward on something. You might not be able to do everything that you want at the moment, but I'm just picking up that you're focused on something you can't do just because you can't do it. You know? Tell a kid you can't have an ice cream. They're like, oh, but I want an ice cream. But, you know, you say that to anyone. It doesn't have to be a kid. Tell it to an adult too. If we're told we can't have something, like Don't think of a pink elephant. You start thinking of a pink elephant. Now, you didn't want to think of a pink elephant before, but you're thinking about it now, and you want an ice cream, don't you? You know, as soon as we're told we can't have something, like, but I want it now. Some signs more than others, Cancer. But it's that. Stop focusing on what you can't have, because it makes you want it all the more. Focus on what's available to you instead. So the King of Swords and the Priestess, what's this about? Peace and perfect. Right. It's almost like the perfect mind, this. Have you been, Cancer, have you been trying like a lot of meditation, trying to get that perfect mind, maybe trying to conquer your ego or something like that? Don't do that. As I've said with the King of Swords and the Priestess, they're both, the King of Swords in this, I'm seeing like the ego mind, the logical thinking mind that is predominantly trying to save us from things, protect us from harm, all of that. And then we've got the intuitive mind, the Priestess here, the intuitive mind. They're both needed aspects of the mind. This seems, Cancer, like you've been trying to perfect your mind, as if you can get rid of the ego. You can't. It's a very important part of you. We would be catatonic if we didn't have an ego. We just no bounds. Some people have problems with lack of ego. No, they don't know who they are. You know, it's not a good state to be in. So there is a healthy ego. You need that balance. So don't try and perfect your mind. Just accept it as it is. Don't fight it so much. Queen of Swords and the Nine of Inspirations. What are these boundaries that you need to put up, Cancer? Oh, so that you can move forward, you need to be willing to be vulnerable, Cancer. Oh, I thought you were. Okay, this is like having vulnerable emotional conversations. I thought you already were like this, but maybe you've not been taking it to the full extent that you need to. Because we're all human, right? So it's not like one sign is excellent at this. It's all about how far you take it. I mean, you might think that you're good at emotional communication, but are you really getting into that vulnerable raw state and really expressing it all? Or are you just talking about emotions rather than being in what you're feeling right now and taking it all away? It's time to get deeper with your communication. Be willing to be vulnerable in that emotional communication. If anyone can do it, Cancer can do it for sure. Have those boundaries. Don't let your partner or the other people sidetrack you into the banal, to the superficial, to that, oh, well, how are you? Fine, thanks. When you really got something to talk about, get vulnerable, get talking about your feelings. The Devil and the Queen of Inspiration, what's holding you back here? What's that devil inside that's holding you back from striding forward? Simplicity and respect. It's about who you respect or what you respect about yourself. And so the devil tells you you're not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not whatever enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not old enough. You just got to respect yourself as you are. So the devil is undermining you and how you feel about yourself. So yeah, that devil, we're always going to have that part of ourselves. We've just got to recognize it and go, that's not true. I'm amazing. Just as I am. I don't have to be perfect, devil. Remember, Cancer, about that humility and surrendering to the divine. What's going on in your love life? Way too many cards there. It could be the finances and career, but I'm going to shuffle again, and if that one wants to come out, it can do. What's going on in Cancer's love life? No, we've got a different one. I'm going to take it. Pay attention to the red flags, Cancer. Pay attention to the red flags. You're being shown red flags, both in yourself and in the other person too. We've all got toxic traits. We're not perfect, right? And nobody is. And it's more about unconditionally loving, but that doesn't mean ignore the red flags in ourselves and in someone else too. So just be careful of that. We've all got toxic traits. We do. And if someone is bringing out your toxic traits, then that's not a person to be around. And if you're noticing toxic traits in them as well, this isn't about calling everyone toxic and like pointing out people's flaws and stuff like that. But you've got to make a healthy decision. Like, who do you love? Who are you going to love? And is it healthy for you to move forward on this relationship? Don't ignore those red flags. You've got to get that balance right. Who is worth unconditionally loving? Let them prove themselves to you in a way. prove commitment or something like that to you. Pay attention to the red flags. Don't get unconditionally loving too fast is what I'm saying here. Girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single. Yeah, you might need to pull back from a relationship is what I'm getting here. There could be one, you could be in an unhealthy relationship here. You could have committed too fast. You could have been getting into that unconditional love too fast. It's not healthy to do that, to just go around and unconditionally love everyone, as in get in relationships with them. Sure, you can unconditionally love everyone, but getting into relationships with them, even friendships with them, no, don't do that to yourself. What about loving yourself? You can't keep on getting into relationships with unhealthy people. You've got to recognize it. Choose wisely who you get into a relationship with. Friendships included. I keep on hearing that, Cancer. Leo, what's this Four of Cups, Nine of Voices about for you? So you're waiting to get out of this night. Warmth and rest. Yeah, you've got to get yourself out of that nightmare. You've been overworking. You and me both. Leo, you've been overworking. You need to take a rest. You don't need to spin all those plates all the time. So warm up your heart, take a break. You know how our hearts open when we take a break. We take a sigh of relief. We get more fun. We get more flirty. Make space for a lot of things in our lives. We become more whole again. That's what you need. You need to take a break, Leo. That's what's keeping you in that nightmare, is overworking, doing too much, not resting enough. King of Swords and the Priestess. What is this about your intuition? Yes. You need to bring your intuition in on it a little bit more in your decisions, your mind decisions, because, Leo, you're being prepared to let go and flow. So you're being prepared for something bigger in your life, a new path. But in order to be prepared for that, you need to let go and flow more. So you need to be less in charge. Now, the King of Swords wants to be in charge, wants to make all the decisions with his mind, wants to be in control of things. But you can't. The intuitive side of you, the priestess, comes in and it's like, no, I just go with the flow. I just like receive thoughts and then go along with that. You headed more in that direction, the priestess direction, to prepare you to let go with the flow, to prepare you for what's coming next. So it's almost like you've got a new path opening up, but you're not going to get on that new path if you're this energy, because you're not going to be able to figure that path out. The universe is going to figure that path out. You need to be this energy, priestess energy, so you can receive it. Be more in the feminine. Queen of Swords, Nine of Inspiration. What do you need to strive toward? I mean, what boundaries do you need? Yeah, interesting. Be with nature and up until now, Leo. It's a break. It's a break. That's the boundaries you need. Your boss says, will you work overtime? Will you work over the holidays, Leo? Say, no, I need a break. I'm tired. No, I need some balance. Will you work all through tonight, Leo? Get no sleep? No, I won't. So you need to start saying no. Maybe you've had to put more hours in for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you got behind on house payments or something, and you need to put more hours in, and you haven't realized that you're doing okay now. You can take a step back and you can look after yourself. It's time to take a step back and look after yourself. You're doing too much. You don't need to. What's this Devil and the Queen of Inspiration? You sabotage? Yes, service, being of service instead of nurturing yourself. Same message, Leo. Nurture yourself instead of being of service to everyone else. Take some time off for you. You're the most important thing in your life. Act like it, Leo. Stop being of service. Stop saying yes just to be of service to everyone else. Be of service to yourself instead. Look after yourself, Leo. What's going on in your love life, Leo? Let's find out. Children. Children are going on in your love life. Do you want children? Do you have children? Have they got children? Something's going on with children. Tick, tick, tick. Maybe you want children. The biological clock is ticking, or so you think. Leo, let's find out. Give us more on this children thing. Leo, children are affecting your love life. I remember when that card came up for me. I was with a partner, and his children had like care of his kids all the time. Young kids, 2 young kids. I'm like, no shit. Yes, they're affecting my love life. I didn't need a card to tell me that. And just look at these two little kids that are right here, right now, stopping us from having time by ourselves. Separation, Leo. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. Children. Or maybe you are having a break from your children at the moment. Or maybe you're having a break from your partner because they're with their children at the moment. Something like that's going on at the moment for you guys. Children are affecting your love life, causing a separation either between you and your children or you and your partner. Something like that. Who is next? Virgo. Virgo's next. Virgo, what's all of this about? How come you're terrorizing yourself? Giving yourself nightmares and you think you're waiting, but you're actually terrorizing yourself. Empowering yourself to be who you are. You've got some people to stand up to, Virgo, so you can be who you are. You've made some choices where you're kind of on the edge of making some choices, some strong choices for yourself in your life. It's about who you are, standing up for that and saying, no, I'm doing this. I don't care what you say, parents, ex, children, whoever it is, boss. I don't care what you say, I'm doing this. This is me. This is a choice that I've made for myself. Standing in your power, standing up for yourself, making that choice for yourself. So stop giving yourself a nightmare by telling yourself you can't do that. You've got to make everyone else happy. You can't make everyone else happy. Make yourself happy. Virgo. Herbo. I don't know why I was going to say that. Herbert? Virgo. King of Swords and the Priestess. What is this intuition that you've got? Or bringing your intuition into it for your decisions, getting support. It's time for you to be supported now. I feel like you've been trying to make everyone happy, Virgo. But it's your time now. It's your time to receive now, Virgo. Do what's best for yourself. Making those decisions to be supportive in yourself. So maybe you've got like people around you that aren't very supportive to you. You've been trying to support them, hoping that reciprocation was going to come back, and it never did. You just ended up carrying on being supportive to them. Now it's time for you to make decisions and then be supported in that by people that will support you in that. It's not the same people, by the way. So your intuition is saying, I want what I want. Somebody support me. You need to go to those people that will support you in that. It's not the same people, Virgo. As much as you want it to be, it's not. You've got this imbalanced dynamic. You pouring out of your cup into their cup. You supporting them, giving to them. And then you say, oh, it's my time to give. But they're down there. They can't. If they tip their cup up, it pours down to someone else's. Doesn't pour into yours. They're not up there. They're not going to go, oh, that okay. No, that's not going to happen. You know what's going to happen is you're going to go, oh, well, who's giving to me? And then you're going to turn around and go, oh, look, there's someone up here. Receive from them instead, those that can support you. Queen of Swords, Nine of Inspiration. Why? You need to empower yourself. Yes, you do. Breathe. It's scary. It's scary for you, Virgo. Breathe. Go within. It's going to be scary to empower yourself and say no to these people that you've been keeping happy before. Ooh, I expect big things from Virgo now. This week is a pivotal week for you to stand up for yourself and go, no, I deserve to be supported now. I deserve to receive. I'm going to do this that's right for me and my life and mine. And, whoa, it's scary as hell telling those people that, but you need to do that. And then you'll stride forward toward what it is that you really want. What's the devil within you saying? Keep things as they are. It's saying, keep things as they are. Don't rock the boat. That's what the devil's saying. No, do rock the boat, Virgo. Rock that boat. Up until now, you've not been communicating this. Now you're going to communicate this. It's all going to flow very fast when you do this. You're going to hit that snapping point and you're going to go, I'm just doing this now. Like, I don't care what everyone else thinks now. I'm just going to do it. Stand up for yourself and then it's going to be fast forward. I love it, Virgo. Yay for you. Long time coming, Virgo. What's going on in your love life? We'll get to that breaking point, right? Where we got no choice, right? But to stand up for ourselves. We hit that breaking point and we're just like, that's it now. That's it. That's this week for you, Virgo. Good on you. You're calling in your soulmate. Come to me, come to me. Come to me, Virgo. What's all of this about? Calling in your soulmate. Sunglasses. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. You've been watching them, or they're watching you. Which is it, Virgo? You're calling them in now. I feel like it's you've been watching them. Maybe this is one of the things that you've been holding away while you've been keeping everyone happy. You're calling in your soulmate. You're like, please come to me. Meanwhile, you're just watching them. You're like hiding behind a corner. Please come to me, soulmate. You're watching them. But just go to them. Straight out there, go to them. I feel like that's going to happen anyway. As you stand up for what you want. Of course, that's where your soulmate is too. Wow, Virgo, good on you. Libra, what's this nightmare you're putting yourself through with your mind? Service, mirror, reflection. Oh, you're trying to be like other people in service. Are you? Yeah, right. If I was trying to be like other people in service, what would I do? I'd look at other readers and then I'd be like, oh, a lot of people thinking that they need to work for nothing, having other jobs, not making it easy on themselves, hardly charging a thing so they can't even run it as a business. There's all kinds of stuff going on out there. And this is what I'm picking up for you, Libra, is that you're looking at the wrong people and emulating them, not emulating them. You're just thinking that's the way it is. That's the way you should be. They're mirror reflections to me because they're doing something that I want to do. That's how I should be of service to. Don't look at them. Look at people that are successful. Look at people that are actually doing it. There's all kinds of people that do this thing, the same service as you want to do, doing it in all kinds of ways. You get to do it in your own way, not the way that other people are doing it necessarily. I just feel like you're focused on the wrong people here, and that's why you're giving yourself a nightmare. You know, it's like an artist, right? Say you're an artist or a musician, something like that. You can focus on the starving artist who's just begging for money on the street. Or you can focus on someone that's really famous and really doing it big time. You can go to any major city and go into a gallery and focus on that person. The people that are actually making it work for them. You've got your choice of who you focus on. I feel like you've been focused on the wrong people there, that Libra. Take yourself higher. Focus on those that are successful because you're giving yourself a nightmare. You're scaring yourself, literally. King of Swords and the Priestess, what is this intuition you need to bring in? It's about your decisions. You need to start making decisions. The King of Swords wants to make decisions with his mind, with his logical mind. He wants to know it all first, right? Be in control of it with his mind, conscious decisions. But the Priestess is like intuitive decisions, intuitive mind too. And so with your decisions, it's like write it down and let it percolate because the intuition might come in with something else. It might develop, percolate, develop. And that's what happens with me. I don't jump on things anymore. I used to have ideas. I used to be very King of Swordsy before and have ideas, and then I used to implement it straight away, and then I used to regret it because that night or the next day or in the 3 days time, I would get like it would develop, and then I'd get intuitive thought about it, and I'd be like, oh, I wish I just sat on this idea for a while. You've got to get those minds in balance, right? The logical mind and the intuitive mind. Give it time to develop. So write it down. When you make a decision, when you have a thought, when you think about an idea or something like that, write it down, let it percolate, let it develop, let it mature into something more. Give that intuitive mind time, because I feel like your intuitive mind, Libra, is lagging behind your intellectual mind a little bit, your ego mind a little bit. You've got to integrate them both, right? Work with them both. Queen of Swords and the Nine of Inspiration. So why do you have to have boundaries? So that you can stride forward. You've got going well and reach out. So you just need to have a few more boundaries. It's going well. You're doing really good on this. You've been empowering yourself, Libra. That's good news. So you just need to just continue with those good boundaries when you reach out, especially when you're reaching out to new people. Be aware of that, where your boundaries are. It is going well though. You're all over that. That's good. Devil, Queen of Inspiration. What is this sabotage that you're doing? Physical action, sabotage. Listen, yeah, you need a break too. So many of us need a break at the moment, right? Overworking, this is about. You need to listen to that. Not the devil that says, no, you need to put more hours in, more work in, overwork yourself, do more, do more. No, you need to listen to your body. Maybe you've got an illness that's taking you down, telling you you need to rest. Not only do you need to rest, you have to rest now. Your body's like, no, stop it right now, because you've been ignoring the signs. The body that gives in last. Listen to your feelings, listen to your body. Stop it with the physical action. So much action. You don't need to do that much. You don't need to do it that much. Okay, Libra. What's going on in your love life, Libra? Love lives for Libra. I don't want two, I just want one. Libra, well, chemistry. Got a lot of chemistry with someone here. I wasn't getting a romantic vibe from you at all in any of that. But you've got chemistry with someone. Maybe you've got your eye on someone, or someone will be catching your eye this week. If you're not in a relationship with them. If you're in a relationship with someone already, it's ascending, it's getting better. So more attraction, more physical attraction, more sexual attraction this week. A new phase or a new attraction preparing for union. There's chemistry going on this week for you. Maybe you've been overworking, and that can really quell our sexual energy, that chemistry. Give ourselves a break, and then we free ourselves up for all kinds of energies to get that balance back, you know. Could be something like that for you. And Scorpio. Scorpio. What is this? Four of Cups, Nine of Voices for you. How have you been terrorizing yourself and giving yourself these nightmares? Strength and courage and joy. Oh. Taking control, using your strength, being the strong one, controlling the joy. It's like I've got to do it. It's not going to happen unless I do it. It's that kind of an energy here. I've got to be the strong one. If I'm going to be joyful, it's happening this way. I'm doing it. There's too much control here. Too much control. That's why you're giving yourself a nightmare. It's like you're not giving space for the magic to come. It's like if you're not in control of things, you're going with the flow, then the magic can come in. Other people can do things for you, but you're not letting yourself do that. You're staying in control. It's like, no, I'm the king of my empire, the queen of my empire. I'm going to do it all. Nothing is going to happen outside of my remit because I'm in control of it all. You need to let go of that so some magic can happen. It's actually terrorizing you doing that. It might feel like keeping you in your comfort zone, but it's not. It's keeping you out of your magic zone. Scorpio. What about this King of Swords and the Priestess? Your intuition wants to be integrated this week. Mirror, reflection, and cleanse. Oh, interesting. Right. How interesting. So what I'm getting from this is, so I was talking about this being about the masculine side of ourselves, and that masculine, very logical mind needs to have the intuitive mind balanced with it so that it's a functional mind. And you've got mirror, reflection, and cleanse. So it's like you've got someone else in your life. Imagine this, right? A couple, and you're in your masculine, whether you're a woman or a man, your masculine side of yourself, you're very much in the logical mind and not so much in the intuitive mind. And then your partner, in the masculine side of themselves, they're very much in their intuitive mind and not so much in the logical mind. And you're saying, Scorpio, I have to be in my logical mind. I can't bring my intuition into this because I've got to balance this other one up because they're my counterpart, they're my mirror reflection. The non-mirror reflection, the kind of mirror reflection opposites out of balance kind of thing. You're balancing each other up instead of balancing yourselves up and bringing someone in that's balanced. Will they balance themselves up if you balance yourself up? Who knows? It might be in their path to do that. It might not be. But this is asking you to get that balance within yourself first. So which I think it's that you've not been bringing your intuition into it, or you've been overly relying on your intuition. And you'll know which it is for you, but there's someone else in your life and you're balancing them up by remaining out of balance. Don't do that. Balance yourself up. Very interesting. Queen of Swords, Scorpio, and the Nine of Inspiration. So what boundaries do you need to move forward? You need to wake up and realize that you deserve love too. That's what I was picking up from your energy there. It's like you're all over it. You're in control of it. You're the strong one. You're not allowing yourself to receive, soft and open for the magic to happen and just receive, for someone else to do something. Someone else to take charge of something so that it can be a surprise for you, so you can be loved. You've got to wake that up. That vulnerable part of yourself, letting go of the control, letting someone else do something for you. That's your boundaries. So your boundaries is almost like to yourself. Stopping yourself from taking control. Boundaries to yourself, saying, stop it, Scorpio, stop it. I know you're about to take control. Don't do it. Let them. What's this devil, this sabotage that you're doing? Yes. Including get support. You're not letting yourself be supported or given to. You're not letting yourself receive. You're just all over it. It's almost like you're too good. You're too good. You're too all over it. You're too in control. You're too on it. You don't see it as a problem, but it's the receiving. It's huge when you start receiving from someone else and letting all that love in. It's just going to be amazing. You're going to be blown away. You're going to feel so loved. So you need to just let other people support you, Scorpio. Beautiful. What's going on in your love life, Scorpio? Probably being in control of it, I would think, with all of this energy. Keep an open mind. It's going to change. It's going to be very different. Very different. If you make these changes, it's going to be very different, your love life. Because you've probably got someone that's out of balance in the opposite way to you at the moment, hardly receiving anything from them. Oh, what's all of this about? It's that one. Wait. It's this one. Cupid's arrow. Keep an open mind, Scorpio. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise, invitational meeting, hesitation. Not going to be your usual type. It's going to be someone that can give to you. You're not going to be in control of it. Ooh. It's going to be a challenge to your ego. I love it. Yeah, Scorpios are all over it, right? Got quite a few Scorpios in my life. They are large and in charge. But you're not letting that love in, Scorpio. You need to let that love in. Your person's going to be very different. And it's coming in. Cupid's got his bow and arrow out. He's going to get you. Going to get them too. Right. Sagittarius, what about you? How have you been terrorizing yourself in this nightmare? Four of Cups and Nine of Voices here. Peace and detachment. Yes, okay. It's more like you saying yes, going along with the circuses and the monkeys. It's like you saying yes to the drama. Like, do you want to fight, Sagittarius? And Sagittarius says yes. Say no instead. Choose peace instead. To detach from the fray, the drama, the fights. You don't have, just because you get an invite to something doesn't mean you have to go. It's like, do you want to fight with me, Sagittarius? Just say no and walk away. Don't say yes to me because I will fight you. Someone calls you up, Sagittarius. Let's gossip, but they don't say this, but they just start gossiping. Let's gossip about this person. You don't have to say yes to that. Yes, they don't invite you, they just start off on that, but you have to catch it and realize it's an invitation to gossip, an invitation to bring down your energy. Choose peace instead. You need to detach. You need to stop saying yes to all of these things that bring you lack of peace. Okay, King of Swords, Priestess. So you're bringing your intuition into your mind. That's all it's about for you. Love and work. Bringing your intuition into it, not just being all over it with your mind, with your logical mind, but bringing your intuition in both love and work. So this is across the board. What I said for the general part of it is across the board in your love and work there. Queen of Swords, Nine of Inspiration. You need to have more boundaries. Yes, you do. Move away, self-love, right? It's the same message as this. You're terrorizing yourself because you're saying yes to the fray, to the fights, to the drama, to the things that don't bring you peace, to the circuses, to the monkeys. You're saying yes. You need to move away from that instead. You need to say no to it. Have the boundaries. Recognize it in the first place. This is an invite to things that aren't going to bring me peace. Love yourself instead. Say no. What's your sabotage? The devil, stopping you from moving forward. You've got mystery and create. So you don't want to step into the mystery. You want to know about it first. You don't want to step into the unknown. You want to know about it. A lot of people, when they're in this energy, they get readings because they want to know. They don't want it to be unknown. It's natural. It's a human thing, but it's the devil aspect of us. Really what we want is to have faith and step out into that magic and be surprised by the universe. Love life, Sag. Happy birthday, by the way, Saggy. Love life, Sagittarius. What's going on in it? Very soon. It's going to happen very soon. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, you got very soon. What are you waiting for? Your lover to come back? Someone to fill the void? You love to start? I don't know. What are you waiting for? Whatever it is, anyway, it's coming soon. Tell us more about this for Sag. What are they waiting for? What's going to happen very soon? What is it very soon? It's not the cards coming out very soon, that's for sure. What is going to come in very soon if it's not cards coming out very soon? The butterfly, a transformation, relationship evolving to the next level. That's what you're waiting for. It's going to be very soon. Yes, it's going to evolve into the next phase. That growth that you want is going to happen. Wow, it took ages for that to come out. Capricorn, what's the Four of Cups and Nine of Voices for you? It is include, 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 include. So this is the nightmare you've got yourself in too. Capricorn, you're not including yourself. You don't do things for yourself. You do it for everyone else. You don't include yourself in that. This is someone that's always saying to everyone, climb up my shoulders, I'll help you out. I'll give you a leg up. And then you find yourself on the wrong side of the wall. You know, you leave yourself till last, helping everyone, giving everyone a leg up over a wall, and then you realize, oh, now everyone's over the other side of the wall and I'm not. I'm left here. I'm left with nothing again. I'm left with nothing again. This is you, Capricorn, left with nothing again. You need to include yourself. That's the nightmare you've got yourself in. You're like, I'll just give, I'll just give, I'll just give. And then you're like, oh shit, now I've got nothing again. Stop putting yourself last. Include yourself, Capricorn. You're not last on the list. You're not even in the middle of the list. Put yourself at the top of the list. King of Swords and the Priestess, right? You need to integrate your intuition into your mind here. Capricorns, yeah, very logical mind, Capricorns. You can be overly that, less intuition. Bring your intuition in, like, why? I am heard, relax, so that you can relax more, so you can be heard more, integrated more, be a part of it more, be part of the group, be included. It's all about inclusivity this week. Include your intuition, intuitive mind, and then you're going to be included in other things. So it's almost like saying, don't leave parts of yourself out anymore, Capricorn, because that same thing, you're leaving yourself out inside of yourself, parts of yourself out, is what is being manifested in the external world of you being left out, not being heard, that kind of thing. And so relax a little bit more, let yourself be included. Queen of Swords, Knight of Inspiration, you need to have boundaries. What for? Oh, you need to feel it. Choose something easier. Yeah. It's like, who wants the hard job? Capricorn puts the hand up each time. Stop doing that. Who wants the easy job? Taurus will be right there. Give me the easy job. Put your hand up for the easy jobs, Capricorn. Feel it. Feel it. You keep on choosing the hardest things. Don't do that anymore. Say no to the hardest things. Choose the easy things. You're allowed to. The Devil and the Queen of Inspiration here. So what is your sabotage, Capricorn? Overwhelming grace. Yeah, it's choosing the hard path again, overwhelming, choosing the overwhelming thing instead of the easy thing. So you're devil, you make things hard on yourself. Choose the hardest option, like you're always trying to prove yourself, instead of choosing the easy option, the grace. Do you want it hard or do you want it easy? And you're like, Capricorn, okay, the hardest option, please. I really want to prove myself. Yeah, let it be easy. This is your energy, Capricorn. Right here. Let it be easy instead. What's going on in your love life, Capricorn? Deception. Ooh. Who's deceiving who? Someone coming in saying they're going to help you and they don't give to you at all. They just take from you. I feel like I've had that message for you over the months and the years. Again and again. I feel like I've said that to you before, Capricorn. Have I? Or are you new to my channel? Oh, they can be so tricky, people, as well. They can really pretend that they're going to give us something, and then we spend all our energy on those, and we're like, hang on a minute, they didn't actually give me a thing. I ended up giving them a heap. Coffin, the end of that pattern. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. It's almost like the last hurrah. It happens again to show you someone else being deceptive, saying, do you want to receive this? And you're like, I know what's going to happen now. I'm just going to do stuff for them, and then be depleted at the end of it and end up on the wrong side of the wall, even though I've just given them a leg up over it. It's almost like you're coming to the end of this cycle now and you're realizing it and you're putting it to bed, putting the lid on that coffee and going, no more, I'm not doing that again. Yay, Capricorn. The end of a hard cycle at last. Aquarius, what is this Four of Cups, Nine of Voices about for you? How have you been terrorizing yourself, even though you think you're waiting for something better? Go within, it's going well. Oh, always focused on the hard stuff. What's going badly? What's not working out? Almost, yeah, that's how you're terrorizing yourself. You're focused on the negative, focused on what's going wrong, focused on all the problems, focused on what isn't right, focused on what's broken. Imagine yourself like a rock, Aquarius, and things keep on knocking you. Things keep on battering you, and you're seeing all of these parts of you fall off on the floor, and you're looking at all this rubble on the floor, and you're like, oh my God, I'm falling apart, I'm broken. There's all these pieces on the floor, I'm broken, oh my God. How am I going to get all those pieces up? Like, there's a load of crap all over the floor, and that's me. I'm crap all over the floor. And then you rise above it, and you look down, and you're like, oh my God, I'm this beautiful carving. But you've been focused on the rubble on the floor, going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You focused on the negative here. Go within, and it's going well. It's working in your favor. Look at the beautiful sculpture you are, not all the rubble on the floor. Stop looking at the rubble on the floor. That is not you. You're not the crap. You're focused on the crap on the floor. That is not you. You're the beautiful structure, the beautiful sculpture. That's how you're terrorizing yourself, by focusing on the rubble on the floor and thinking you're it. King of Swords, Priestess here. So integrating that intuitive mind into your logical mind, meditate and romance. Okay, so this is what you're doing in your love life, is that you're being overly analytical in your logical mind, which is your ego mind, which is trying to protect you from things. So you're like over-analyzing your romantic life. Overly pessimistic, probably just because of this terrorization that you've got for yourself, being focused on the rubble. So you're probably focused on the rubble of relationships too, over-analyzing it, wanting to protect yourself from that same damage again. This one is going to turn me into rubble on the floor again. You don't realize they're making you into this beautiful sculpture, but you're focused on the rubble on the floor, right? So you've got to pull yourself out of that, bring you into this intuitive mind, into a positive mind, thinking magic is going to happen. Stop the over-analyzing. Meditate to let go of it all. You're keeping yourself in this hell kind of mind without over-analyzing, being way too much in the logical to try and protect yourself from the same trauma. Queen of Swords and the Nine of Inspiration. So what is this? Boundaries that you need to set so that you can move forward. Rest, relax, relief, detach from things. Stop heaping everything on your shoulders, like picking up all that rubble that you're focused on and going, I'll carry this for everyone. I'll carry it for everyone. Don't do that to yourself. Rest, relax, relief, detach from all boundaries. It's pretty much boundaries to everything. Aquarius, do you want to carry this load of rubble from me? Aquarius saying, no, thanks. I need rest, relax, relief, detach. No, pretty much saying no to everything. So Aquarius, will you do this for me? No. Aquarius, will you will you carry my bags for me? No. Aquarius, will you clean my house for me? No. Aquarius, will you work all through Christmas for me? No. Aquarius, will you whatever? Say no to everything now. Rest, relax, relief. You need to choose that for yourself now. Then you'll be able to stride forward towards something for you. You're leaving yourself out of it completely. And I don't think you realize you're doing that. The devil, what is this devil stopping you from moving forward? Completion and passion. So the Queen of Inspiration, she is the passionate one. She moves forward toward her goals. But these two cards are very similar, right? And you've been holding yourself away from that. You're not doing anything for yourself. You're not striding forward toward your passion, making something for yourself, because you're too focused on all of this stuff, over-analyzing, being focused on the negative, on the rubble, all of that, trying to carry everyone else's stuff for them. And so that devil It's that part of you that is resisting stepping forward towards something passionate, doing something for yourself, having a project going. "Oh, I'd really like that next," and just going for it and putting all your all into that, putting all your passion and your energy, your spirit into that and going for it. Instead, it's like you're clearing up rubble all the time. What a waste of a life. Stop wasting your life, Aquarius. Do something amazing instead. Something you're passionate about. It's a completion of a cycle there. So this devil thing keeping you clearing rubble up all the time, keeping you very, very small. You're missing the whole point in life to find something in your heart that you really want to do and go for it. There's a completion. You're about to set yourself free on this new path. Go for something for yourself. Make something of your life is what that is. In your love life, you've got finances and career. They're affecting your love life. It's affecting other parts of your life, I heard as well, but it's affecting your love life. Let's find out how. Phoenix, you've got a transformation happening, a new phase in everything. Yeah, because when I picked that out, it's like finances and career that are affecting everything, not just your love life, they're affecting everything in your life. And so you might think it's finances and career, but what it really is this fiery passion inside of yourself. It's the rubble is behind all of that. You need to stop clearing up all the rubble, give yourself space to think and breathe and feel again. What is it that I want in my life? Let's create a life for myself and do something with my life. Let's make something for myself. Then that is what starts off this new phase. You've got a whole new phase coming in relationships, in everything. You think it's about finances and career. It's just another symptom. Finances and career is just another symptom of all of this that's going on. Pivotal week for you. Pisces, what about you? What's the Four of Cups, Nine of Voices for you? How have you been terrorizing yourself? Letting go of blame. That's hard to say when you've been making videos all day. Letting go of blame, letting blow of blame. Yeah, you've been heaping that blame on your shoulders. Heavy, heavy heart is what I'm getting with this, Pisces. Almost like you think that you need to rush life, and so you're kind of terrorizing yourself in this, thinking that I don't know, it's this feeling of being old before your time and you're not getting it right and you don't have much time left and you're blaming yourself and you're like, oh, I've done it wrong, I've done life wrong. Might as well just die now and wait for my next reincarnation. It's that kind of throwing it all up in the air. Oh, I messed up. You're not at the end of your life yet. You've got plenty of time. So stop. Just take it one step at a time. It's not a rush. Life isn't a rush. So stop thinking it's a rush and that you've already got to the end of it. You haven't got to the end of your life yet. You've got plenty more time. King of Swords, the Priestess. You've got to include your intuition along with your logical mind. What's all that about? Oh, you're brilliant. I'm love and brilliant. So your heart wants to shine forward, but it's going to come through your intuition. Remember the ego mind, the King of Swords kind of mind, the analytical mind, the intellectual mind. It's mostly, not all, but mostly ego mind. The ego wants to protect us, right? It's about our fears. It's not a bad thing. We need that. But we don't want that to rule the roost. We've got to have the intuitive mind, which is the dreams, the inspirational, moving towards something new. And that as you bring in that intuitive mind into it, once you release the burdens, thinking that you've messed up life up already and it's over already, the intuition is going to kick in then, and you're going to move into this brilliant new phase of inspiration, inspired action, being loved. You are loved, sharing those gifts with the world. The richness within, sharing that richness within the world. Boundaries, what boundaries do you need? Many, many, many from the Pisces that I know. Compassion and who is aware. Aha, Pisces. Yes, you need to have boundaries here. You need to be compassionate for yourself, not just compassionate for everyone else. So, Pisces, do you have all kinds of people around you who are in need? And you give to them, and you don't think about what it's doing to you. It's like, so you're growing all of this food and you're making all of this food, and then everyone comes around to your house that are starving and you feed all of them. And then you're washing up at the end and you're like, what's that? Oh, it's my stomach. Oh, fuck, I've not eaten. Is that what you're doing to yourself, Pisces? That's the energy I'm getting from this. is you're not being compassionate to yourself. You're giving it out to everyone else, but you're forgetting about yourself. You're leaving yourself hungry. You need to include yourself in that, balance it up. So the boundaries have got to be over giving to other people, overly compassionate to other people. Say no to that, include yourself. Say, no, I'm tired today, I'm hungry today, I'm going to eat. It's like someone knocking on your door, I'm hungry, can I eat? You're like, oh, I'm hungry too, actually, I'm going to eat. Sorry, can't today. Someone down the road will. Because it's not just you, Pisces, there's other people that can give out love too, you know. What's this Devil and the Queen of Inspiration? How is it you're tripping yourself up with sabotages here? One step at a time. Again, we've got the one step at a time. Pisces, slowing down, slowing down. Talk to someone. People see you clearly, Pisces. Clearer than you're seeing yourself at the moment. And your sabotages and what you're doing. Especially if you're in this cycle of being compassionate with others, giving everything away and keeping nothing for yourself, not feeding yourself, feeding everyone else, that kind of energetic thing. One step at a time. Life isn't over. You can break out of this pattern. You can stop doing it. You've got this resignation. This is the way that it is, and I've messed up my life now, and there's no changing it. Well, there is some changing it. Your life isn't over. If you're still alive, yes, you can change it, and you are here to change it. So, yeah, there's a sabotage to let go of here. It's going to be slow, 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 as in you need to make that change. You need to consistently make that change. You need to keep on reminding yourself of it. I've got this sabotage. Oh, look, I'm doing that sabotage again. Oh, look, I'm doing that sabotage again. It might take you years. Mine is alcohol. And it always has been. And I don't know whether it always will be. I don't know. I seem to have substituted overworking lately. Or a mixture of the two. I don't know. Will this same sabotage last forever? Will you always have to be on it, reminding yourself? Maybe, but it's that one step at a time. Keep on reminding yourself of it. So those patterns are very deeply ingrained, you know. But your life isn't over. Plenty of change ahead of you. You're not old. Pisces, what's going on in your love life? Codependency. Doesn't surprise me. Codependency. There you are, helping all the others with addictions, not realizing that's an addiction in itself. Excuse me. Codependency, you're breaking free of that. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Pisces. I feel like you've got big things coming. Change. If you'll just allow it to happen. Both. Receiving what you need. Right. Receiving what you need. Have you thought about going to someone else's house and saying, I'm hungry? Or you just stay at your own house feeding everyone else? Anyway, you've got big change coming, like I said. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closures from these codependent patterns. I feel like it's going to be revealed to you. You're going to realize that, but then you're going to have to be on it to change it. You're going to have to be consciously aware of it all the time and keep on reminding yourself, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm enabling someone again, or I'm giving some to someone again, or I'm being compassionate to someone else again and leaving myself hungry. I'm feeding someone else again, leaving myself hungry, that kind of thing. There we have it. Thank you so much for watching. I think I did, everybody. Pretty sure I did. So there we go. Have an amazing week. I'll see you next time. Bye.